Hey guys, welcome back to Max House Zone for Unification. Today I have a 2 vs 2 for you, because I thought after all this tournament stuff it would be nice to have a little more casual format. So I have a 2v2 on Mountain Trail. It is Khorne Berserker playing as World Eaters. We have some squares playing Necrons. I will look through the names later on. Playing against Peniek 7932, playing Witch Hunters, and his ally is some squares and question mark exclamation mark. So it is Steel Legion and Witch Hunters versus World Eaters and Necrons. So let's see how this pans out. I think I previewed this a bit and saw some janky shenanigans going up, like really getting a Necron generator in the World Eater space is more or less common if you play a 2v2. Very interesting opener for Witch Hunters, going 2 generators into Repressor Depot, so they go for Arbeit opener, going for all blue maybe, and we have some Wrath Rider opener for Steel Legion. How often do you see that? I basically never stance. He goes triple Wrath Riders. Let's go. Let the horses commence. That's what I think I saw in the beginning. So let the horses fight. For the names, I will look up the names, and if the translation of the names turns out to be some not family-friendly stuff, I will probably not name it here. But yeah, the first squad of horses are all here, not getting the sergeant because he's like expensive and needs a relay station. Okay, so that he does not have the relay station yet. So let's see how these cavalry in the most realistic sense in a way can deal with it. Actually doing range damage against those scarabs. It seems like they are doing fine range damage, and they're really fast on their hoofs, I have to say. So taking down one building scarab. On the other side we have some Khorne Marines and a Bloodsmith. Oh, the Bloodsmith is probably also some shenanigans going on. Maybe we can skip to his side. Is he getting servitors? Not yet. On the other side we have the cavalry charge. They stick into range and they're dealing like no damage against these Necrons, but they try to focus their builder scarabs. So this defensive ghost turret kind of paying in the end. I was questioning it, but here you have it. This gen is not finished. This gen is not finished. We had it just in the tournament cast. You can see that they have a claw on them. This is unfinished. Does he finish it? Hopefully he does in some meaningful time. We have the repressor here. We have melee squads, so this is a big economy boost for Khorne Marines. They need to get a generator, yes, so they get also some generator bonuses here. He has the Blood Pact Troopers, he has the Khorne Marines. The only thing needed to join in melee for the most part is this Bloodsmith, because the heroes, the commanders, give you quite a big melee economy bonus if you have them in melee, that is. So he's on the offensive. This more or less contested. No, what is this? This contested strategic point is held by Witch Hunters, which are now getting also support by horses. Horses coming from the back. We have one repressor and now horses joining into melee to the Blood Pact Troopers. Or are they meleeing, or just like close quarter firing with their little pistols here? Pew 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 pew. All the pew pew in the world. And at some point they will take down the repressors. We have now servitors. The melee servitor variant is actually pretty good against buildings and vehicles. The ranged variant would be a really good shot against these horses. We need support servitors. They just wreck face. Is he getting them? He is not. So this is a mistake in a sense. He has the money for it and should build them. And servitors here should, if they could force combat on this repressor, which they just do as we speak. Yeah, but a lot of horses still around. We have another squad of horses here. This is all the 3. Yeah, there's probably 2 here. A lot of dead horses on the ground as well. And now forcing melee combat against Khorne Marines. They are like really madmen, and they kind of succeed as well, getting melee victories against Khorne. Holy Jesus! Now forcing down these servitors. The servitors can repair themselves. I don't think they can repair. Like the squad itself can repair itself. There are some shenanigans with AdMech commanders that can do just that. Don't know if it's the same for the servitors. The servitors have the ability to repair, and they can be repaired, so maybe it's the same. What is it now getting? Support servitors, and once these guys hit the field, the horses will die just super easily. I mean, the standard bolter they have isn't the greatest damage, I think, but you can more or less immediately get heavy bolters. I mean, it costs you an arm and a leg, but I guess you pay with a servitor arm and a leg, I guess. One arm, one leg. No, jokes aside, it's really powerful. Really good against all sorts of infantry shenanigans, really long range as well. Probably getting, or should get, the heavy bolters now to drive off these evil horses here. Some Necrons here supporting. How is the gen count going? Only 5 gens is the one here built. Yeah, so it's 6 gens, which is okay. How is the tech going? Tier 2 almost up for Necrons, no tier 2 for Khorne. Fellows, no tier 2 for Witch Hunters, and no tier 2 for Steel Legion yet. So the Necrons will be ahead in tech really nicely, which is something that can win them the game just by itself, being in tier 2.5 and have nothing to contest. Actually not getting any weapons. Maybe he's thinking of getting tier 2 and then giving them autocannons or even less cannons. Less cannons in tier 2 is always scary. Do these Necrons have? They do not have the Ghost Reaper cannons. They do not have the upgrade, so it's a more or less raw tier 2 now. What is he adding? Immortals, okay, against the Repressor, I guess. A good choice, good choice. Oh, tier 2 almost done for Witch Hunters here on this side, and a lot of generators, so if this is not going to be a vehicle spam like the Lightning Jet Fighter or something like that, I don't know what is. How's tier going up for the Sea Legion? Not showing right now. And tier 2 also on the way for World Eater, so we are now getting into that stage of the game. I really would like to know if Steel Legion is tier 2 right now or not. It does not look like it. Also only 2 generators and a heavy commitment to the horses in tier 1 maybe is the case for not having a tier 2 ready yet. So tier 2 is almost done. Mr. Khorne Lord here, so let's see how this goes. Capping the map, some Necrons attacking. Necron Lord on the go for some pioneers. A lot of points has this map. Never really liked this map, but yeah, too big for my taste. Could make a bad joke right now, but I cut it down. They do not have regeneration. Okay, so you need to repair them actually. So this is interesting. I like that because they're generally overpowered in my book. They have been tuned down to support servitors and servitors quite a bit in 6.9, but before that they were just like one click win, to be honest. Now they are 2-click win. No, jokes aside, they are still very strong. They cost you quite a lot now, at least. Before they were cheap game winning stuff. Interesting upgrades like the wings. Khorne Khorne Marine is his name. Yes, Khorne Berserker likes the movement speed, which, wow, with some melters can be really good, I suppose. So we have something going on here, some little more pushes here. Now we have a Necron push on this side, looking for some generators, but they're all tucked away in the back side. Tier 2 almost done, so now we are all tier 2, all factions tier 2. Repressor with tier 2 has its Flamer add-on, doing a great job against these Khorne Marines, pushing them back. Where are the support servitors? Here are support servitors, right? Yeah, the support servitors are being tied down by the horses, by the Wrath Riders of all things. We have now Tyrant turrets with missiles, probably not the wisest choice if you already have melters here. But yeah, or Acroflagellants, these madmen, they normally do not take any damage, at least it looks like it. And also we have what I said, we would have Razorwing jet fighters, Nephilim jet fighters on the air, two squads here, and horses. This is just madness. Like tech marines, Khorne tech marines repairing turrets, horses in the melee, Nephilim jet fighters in the air, a repressor tank with an sentinel lifter, Arc of Flagellants, everything in the book. Maybe this would be a good juicy hit for Blood Pulse if you haven't used it yet. It would deal quite a lot of damage against these Rough Riders, and also about these Arbeits melee combat squad. Two squads of Article Flatulence here now. He honestly going for more support servitors, but he has no defense. He needs support. He needs Necron warriors or something. What is Necrons doing? Necrons is more or less fighting in melee in the base of the Steel Legion. But Steel Legion has did he go for the upgrades? He can go for some add-ons for some additional capabilities of fighting. We have one sentinel going down. These horses have lost morale because they saw like flayed ones looking around, like flayed ones against Arco Fletchlands. It's really interesting. These are like two really scary melee squads with a lot of knockback, as you can see. So one is tier 2.5, one is tier 1.5, so you may or may not suggest who will win this, but the flayed ones are made as a priority. We even have a Ghost Arc underestimated squad by itself. It can collect corpses, it can hold some infantry, it can jump, as you can see, and yeah, you need some squads inside to so that the side sponsors fire similar to a Chimera, but they're very mobile and everything. So the flayed ones kind of winning, holding the line here. I like it. Flayed ones also get more HP if you upgrade once or even twice the monolith, so they are more tanky than your initial ones. And here you have, there must be some units inside because side sponsors are firing. No, it's actually the mortals from the back. So this assault, which in my book was a death putsch to the World Eaters, is now actually being held. No, why is he turning back? Necrons are dying here. The Necron assault just failed, or kind of. They killed one tank bunker and that's it. Probably a lot of horses, but yeah, why is Necron turning back? Necron are so much needed here. What do we have here? More support servitors with order cannons? Yes. More support servitors are on the way. They are limited to 4. He wants to get the full limit of 4. There's Warp. What is it good? The Bloodsmith needs to be careful. Actually repairing the Ghost Arc. He also has an ability that repairs a random amount, I think, of enemy vehicle. Ally vehicle. Another turn to tier. So trying to hold the line. Is he rebuilding his tier 2 now? He is not. So World Eaters are back to the square. They are tier 1 now again. Arco Fletchlands doing what they do right. Do not have gotten any layers. They can kind of like the cannibalize abilities of the it's pretty much a cannibalize ability from the crude carnivores. They can the explanation is that they can rip up the skin and put it on their own for some extra defense. Okay, some death marks, I suppose. I see some pointed. Yeah, 2 squads of death marks here. Now this should more or less turn the tide. Death marks should be able to help turn down the Arco Fletchlands defense here. The Arco Fletchlands, as I said, are really mad, but they're now turning into melee. The death marks needs to use their sprint ability if they still have it. I think they used it to be here as fast as they could. They could theoretically pull back to this generator, which would probably be the best choice. Some what is it again? Some gas grenades or gas rounds being used here. At least it looks like it. There's no Deathcore Creek involved, but there looks like gas rounds. Nephilim jet fighter on the way. The economy and the base of the witch hunters is uncontested. Tier 3, I guess. No, not tier 3 yet, but we have tier 2.5, and we have Xun Bakir, the one and only, the Mummy of Oblivion, the best. What should I call it again? For the dynasty, the best dynasty is with her in my book, because she has some pretty good voiceovers. Where she is? Give me a second. Hello? Here. Can we hear it? Not really. Okay, back to the fight. see how it goes. Maybe I skip to Necrons just to have the voice lines. Is she moving?
I spite the universe. I spite the universe. Omnipotent Fenlock.
Okay, some really good noise lines. We have some infiltrated assassins, so we need to skip the side again so we can see them. So the assassins also being dropped here. At least one, the Venom assassin, the Caladius assassin here. We also have the, what is it called again? Eversor assassin. So all the assassins in the world are also joining the fight here. One guy jumping in like crazy, getting marked by some death marks. There's now I think, do they have this? They have the twinning dust cannon, so they will be able to deal with the death ghost arc, not the death arc. So some more close quarter fighting here. The Arc of Legends are just crazy, and the horses are still holding strong. I'm really amazed that we still see some horses here. But there is Xun Bakir. Xun Bakir with her Lich Guard is now here forcing the issue. The Lich Guard by itself is really strong. Xun Bakir itself is just an absolute beast. She is really good at ranged. She can use an arrow attack, arrow active ability that more or less deletes singular squad. Wow! The hit of the, what is called, the destroyer probably, what is it called, we will look in a minute. Boom! The Thunderer actually is hitting hard. And we now have also the Dark Apostle here with his little minions, the, what is it called? Oh, chuck down the Dark Disciple as well. So this is just madness. I see Stormtroopers being dropped in as well. So, as I said, absolute madness on both parts. Tier 2 getting rebuilt by World Eaters. This is just totally nonsense in the World Eater space the whole time. Jesus. How is this still going on? I thought this would be over and won by one side a minute ago, or even 3 minutes ago. It's still going on. Now do I have Tomb Blades as well. The Khorne Technomancers preparing Ghost Arc. Some more Immortals down the back. The Lich Guard, as I said, holding strong here. There's some passive going around from being around Xun Bakir, which I forgot. Every of these fair runs, I think they're called, has a passive that is applied to nearby infantry. And this Arc of Legend, will he survive? He will not. Rip to those guys. They actually killed Arc of Legend, which is a tall order in itself. So now the offense, I guess, commences. You need to take your own points back, which is only the relic, to be honest. You haven't lost any more points yet. So let's see, Xun Bakir with the Lich Guard is on the way. More flayed ones, more the same Lich Guard, but they're now kind of turning back because there's no support again. Where is does the Khorne player has anything, to be honest? He has the Dark Apostle, but what is he going for after, apart from that? I don't see anything. Oh my freaking lord, we have tier 4, the Lord Inquisitor Kamarov for Witch Hunter, so they took the opportunity, the time that was granted to them to be taken up to tier 4 of all things. And now with tier 4, I don't think there's a chance. The Inquisitor buffs nearby squads. It also has active abilities that makes units around him deal more damage and take less damage for a certain amount of time. So yeah. Oh my! Whoa! An assault and jump in by the Ghost Arc and Immortals. They deal a lot of damage, but he has used some sort of ability to make himself more or less, I wouldn't say invulnerable, but yeah, defeated. How should I say? Taking way less damage than he would normally do. Wow! This was quite the interesting idea. Almost took down the Lord Inquisitor come off, which will now stay here and getting repaired by the Arbeit Central Powerlift, but in pretty good fashion, I have to say. More Stormtroopers being dropped in, focusing on the ranged damage department. Stormtroopers in themselves deal quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure which branch they did. Okay, they are infiltrated, so they took the right branch. You could say there's only one right branch for Steel Legion at the moment. This is the infantry branch. Never ever go for the vehicle branch, to be honest, in the current iteration. All looking forward to the next. Oh my god, this is a lot of green goo from the Venom Assassin, I guess. Yes, lot of venom. Never get another branch, I was going to say, with the big old rework of Sea Legion coming for the next version. This will most likely be a different story, but as of now, this is the way to go. Jesus. Some Testudo STC here, transport. Tomb Blade going down, the second Tomb Blade going down, generators going down, even more. Is it the third squad? Yes, it's limit 3 of the Stormtroopers. Yes, he does the right thing as well. You want to add the squad members, then the sergeant, and then the weapons. The reinforcement time for those are just atrocious, so you want to have more models on the field as at first, and then want to increase the quality of the squad. Wow, this is just madness! Madness, I say. Necron stuff being killed, I guess. There's tier 4 for Necrons as well. There, Necron Monolith. Xumbak here is back in action. So we will see if the Necron Monolith will it jump over here now. It needs to teleport if it wants to have an impact on here. Or I don't know. You have two options, but there's only one true option. You could counterattack, try to kill an enemy, and let your fellow Khorne player die. Or you try to help him, but it's really difficult. Where is it? Here it is. Range should be more or less in range of these stormtroopers, but these stormtroopers are, how should I say, hidden or infiltrated. So let's see. A lot of Celestians as well now to support this action. This Lich Guard by itself will not hold it. To be honest, this Necron Monolith by itself will not hold it. You need some more units. I mean, yes, you have the Lich Guard, but what do you have except for it? Are there some Immortals left? I don't see any. There are Archer Fletchlands all around. Hellfire Dreadnought. He may or may not should have gotten for the melee variant of this Dreadnought to fight these Archer Fletchlands and having a fighting chance. The Nephilim Jetfighter going toe to toe with the Sword Monolith, because this is really hard AV. He punches out with the less cannon and the missile launchers and what else he has access to. So let's see. This game is still going. I thought the game was over 5 minutes ago. I said it 5 minutes ago that the game was over, I thought 3 minutes ago. So it keeps on keeping on, but with this tier 2 building going down again for the World Eaters, I don't see a way to blow the Spectre. Even some abilities popped to get the Celestians more damage resistance. The Monolith in the back may look, how should I say, threatening, but in the end it is a support vehicle after all. He has big disruption, some good damage, but in the end it's a big vehicle with big knockback and not that much damage compared to some directly, how should I say, damaging stuff like all these lasers going around here. Boom! It is pretty dusty here, I have to say. Yeah, don't know what to say actually, because it's looking really grim here. World Eaters player more or less going down, leaving the game, leaving Necron Brethren to die as well, who leaves afterwards again as well, not again. Wow, what a game. This game lasts longer than I thought it would, and was more action-packed, which I liked. Really good aggression all around. I like the horses. I really like the horses opener. Never have I seen horse spam for Steel Legion, and it looked mighty strong against Necrons, I have to say, killing a lot of scarabs and then turning over to the World Eaters, killing a lot of World Eater stuff as well. Mistakes were made, of course, from all sides, but yeah, really nice game overall. Yeah, as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!